In Chapter 7 of Brave New World, an Indian guide gives Bernard and Lenina a tour of Malpais. It's clear that Lenina hates the Pueblo village. She finds everything queer. The dust, the smell, the animals, the dirty people, all horrify her. Cleanliness is next to Fordliness. The aging, the indecency of breastfeeding. She wishes she could escape the reality of Malpais with some soma, but she and Bernard both left theirs in the hotel room. About the dirt and the trash, Bernard philosophically comments that Indian culture has lasted for thousands of years, so they must be used to it by now, as if the fenced, policed reservation was their appropriate state. The rhythm of the drums draws Lenina in. It's so similar to the synthetic music of solidarity services. The reservation ceremony mesmerizes her, right up to the point that a masked shaman whips a young man until he collapses. Sickened by the blood, she and Bernard retreat to an adobe house, and it's here that they first encounter John the Savage, a handsome, golden-haired white man dressed like an Indian who speaks in Shakespearean quotes. Lenina likes his looks, but she's repelled when he uses the word mother to refer to this old, overweight, dirty white woman who joins them. John's mother is Linda, the director's presumed dead girlfriend. Linda explains that director is John's father. Like Lenina, she hates the reservation, especially the leather clothes that last forever and the obscenity of monogamy. She wasn't conditioned to be with just one man. But mostly she's humiliated that she got pregnant, even when she used contraception. This chapter introduces us to the geography of the Malpais Reservation. Note the language and stereotypes of racism used to dramatically oppose this space to the London of the previous chapters. Lenina meets her potential double in Linda, an obscene horror to the Fordian mind. We also meet John, whose struggle will occupy the rest of the novel. Huxley showcases a caged, uncivilized world where people experience the joys and horrors of mortality. Emotions are not conditioned into oblivion, and where they're permitted to make choices instead of living a programmed life. And yet, the ceremony shows similarities to the World State Solidarity Services. Is there much difference between the Solidarity Service, resulting in orgy-porgy happiness and oneness, and the Indian ritual that creates community through blood sacrifice? We see in Linda that the pull of the civilized world is strong. The power of consumerism hasn't faded in her at all. She adores Lenina's lovely clothes for their attractiveness, as well as for their brief lifespan. The more stitches, the less riches, she laments, condemning the lasting nature of Indians' leather goods.